the election that the momentum is coming back. And now, when it comes to any differences between the previous administration or President Biden's current administration, the outgoing one and the incoming one, of course, there will be some differences in the themes and the approach that and the way they are approaching things. But we didn't see or recognize any disagreement on the goal itself to end the war. And that basically was very important for us to understand especially after the election, because, whether we like it or not, it has an impact on the decisions and what's happening on the ground. And it was the contrary. We have seen a lot of encouragement from the incoming administration in order to achieve a deal even before the president come to the office. And
diplomats of the world have to tell themselves, it's a messy world, it's terrible, there are conflicts.
We hope that the willingness of the parties to engage in a good faith continues in the same manner. And if you look at the gaps and the disagreements, they are not something substantial that really affect the agreement. It's all about the main questions. Is there a willingness to end the war? Yes or no? Is there a willingness to have an exchange deal? Yes or no? Those are two very simple questions with very simple answers. If the answers are yes on both questions, then we have a deal.
Come back to the Middle East. The core issue, analysts have to do our job. Yeah. I think similar...
First factor was really anticipated because of what's happening in Gaza and what we've been actually trying to warn everyone around the world that this situation in Gaza is going to expand, is going to have its consequences on the entire region, and we have seen this is expanding gradually, whether it's in Lebanon or what's happening with the Red Sea. And
trigger for it, but we've always said that, look, India has never been...
I believe that anyone who eliminated the fact that Syria is away from that conflict was mistaken.
Picked up on it. Do you think that this is a step...
Had an opportunity in that time when the war over there has calmed down, yet Assad didn't seize this opportunities to start engaging and restoring his relationship with his people, and we didn't see any serious movement, whether it's on the return of the refugees or on reconciling with his own people.
When you say surprised, maybe the exact moment, the exact way it was spreading, but the fact that it would continue to spread should not be any surprise. There's a direct link between the regional dynamics and the intra-regional dynamics here, because the weakening of Hezbollah, indirectly the weakening of some of the proxies of Iran, but also Russia being more engaged in Ukraine, has led to a power vacuum of sorts in Syria, which has been seized on by Hayat Tahrir al-Sham.
Conference. How does one innovate with dialogue?
But there have been too many groups in Syria, including the leadership, who have been thinking that they were about to win, so they were not ready to engage in compromise. But I think there is time for really to call for dialogue, for a political settlement, and to try to stop this before it really goes totally down the drain.
Is what will be the political, and I assume from your perspective too, Prime Minister.
There is a larger regional instability which is actually growing month on month. It is impacting, as a country on that side of Asia, we are feeling the impact of this. I mean, we're feeling it in shipping costs, we're feeling it in trade disruptions, we could see it in radicalization. I mean, so today, instability anywhere actually is a source of concern.
But they're also intertwined with conflicts in other regions, because there is not a separate Europe.
Non-state actors becoming like a major player, a major factor in the instability of that region. So who's going to engage with them? The US administration, of course, they understand this very well. We've been doing this in full coordination and full openness with them.
But the fact that it happened, apparently they've been planning for a while and nobody.
Everyone clearly marked as a member of the press. When I got
work, but to take action. Let's make this moment a moment.
Surrender or action. We all know it. Look around.
Son and so many others. They're wounded in the field. I'm Rida Fakhri, and it is my honor to be back here.
الذي أعتبره هو تكريم لكل الزملاء الصحفيين.
Really given new meaning to courage, bravery, and service to journalism.